Hey everybody, Dylan from Noble Records coming at you with another video. It's been a little while since I've made a video. Just been crazy busy here lately. But it's just been one thing after another. I haven't been able to get here and do one. Had a huge pop-up and priced like 2,000 records in a 48-hour span. Didn't sleep and all this stuff. But anyways, so it's Easter and I actually have the day off tomorrow, and so kind of staying up late enjoying some things tonight rather than working so hard. So anyways, I've got a ton of like recent finds, and I'm way behind on doing this video. I've got so much stuff to show, so I'll try to be really quick. But this is some stuff that I've just been able to find lately for my collection that I'm really excited about. So first one, I'm gonna start off with a really good one. This first one is called Blaze Foley. Blaze Foley was a singer-songwriter from Texas. He's highly regarded among people who know who he is. He was there's a new movie out Ethan Hawke put out. It's called Blaze, about Blaze Foley's life. Really good songwriter. He has a tragic story. His life story is just tragic. He had some real rough fate and made some bad decisions and got mixed up with some bad people, and just never, his career just never took off. But he was just a brilliant songwriter. He was good friends with Zandt. He tried to record several albums. One of them ended up in a car. All of the master tapes ended up in the back of a station wagon. They got stolen. Can't remember what happened to another one, but this one's the only one that actually got on tape and was ever pressed on vinyl. And this is in 1984, Blaze Foley. And it's a crazy story behind this one. I'll try to get through it really quick. But Blaze Foley, he recorded this, and right when he was about to release it, I think the executive producer or something of this record label, Vital Records. Yeah, it's the executive producer, William French was the name of the guy. But anyways, he got tied up in an FBI drug operation, and he got brought in, and he basically ratted out a bunch of people and got put in witness protection and got uprooted, and so his studio and everything in it got confiscated along with the master tapes for this album. They pressed 500 copies on vinyl. 400 copies were destroyed for whatever reason. They didn't want anything from that time period put out. But they allowed Blaze Foley to keep 100 of the records, so there's only 100 of these in existence. This remaining 100 was owned by Blaze Foley himself and was given, they didn't want him to sell any, so they were given to him to give to other people as gifts, just so he could have something for all the money he paid and everything to make the album. So anyways, that's kind of a long story, but it's really cool. If you can imagine how rare these are, legend has it there's only 100. So I love Blaze Foley. I'm a big fan. I met a guy who bought a collection from a musician who had this copy, and it's in pretty good shape for what it is, and I'm just thrilled to have it. Just unbelievable story about him, but he's a really good singer-songwriter. I don't know, he's a little bit of an acquired taste, but along the same lines as Townes Van Zandt, kind of. This is another record. I got this a while ago, but this is called The Dog Ears. This is a fascinating story behind this, too. So Blaze Foley had stayed with these people. He was homeless for a while, was just going around. These people let him live with them for a few weeks or a few months or something. And while they were there, he had recorded, they had an 8-track, or reel recorder, and they let him record a whole album on that reel recorder. So it wasn't great quality, but he sat in their living room and recorded the whole thing, front to back. It's 20 songs, and they said he only stopped once. He blazed through the whole thing, and they kind of put it in their closet and forgot about it, and then Blaze Foley passed away, and in 2010, I think, they found the tapes again and passed them along, and it ended up getting issued on that, so that's really cool. Also, I'll mention this just briefly. I got the Stevie Ray Vaughan Double Trouble Texas Flood Ultra Disc One Step from Mobile Fidelity. I've talked about these before. These pressings are killer. A lot lot of people ask me, are they worth the money? These are very, very good, high quality pressings. If you've got a good sound system, this is the most incredible thing I've ever heard on vinyl or any format. This is the most incredible sounding media I've ever heard. It's phenomenal. So yes, it's worth it if you have a good enough setup to play it on. So it's great. I just recently got a setup good enough so I could really tell the difference in lo-fi stuff, and it's been a whirlwind. On the same lines of Townes Van Zandt and all that stuff, there's a new release called Sky Blue. Townes Van Zandt, some unreleased stuff, really good. It just came out. I like it. It's stripped down acoustic type Townes Van Zandt stuff, which is my favorite type of Townes Van Zandt. This is a Sunshine Boy. This was released on Record Store Day a few years ago. This is unheard studio sessions and demos from 1971 to 1972. And studio sessions, demos, blah, blah, blah. But it's this 3 LP box set, really well done on clear vinyl. This is by Omnivore. So these are sort of rare, kind of hard to find now. But me being the Townes fanatic, I finally found a copy of that. Super excited about it. Gosh, I'm trying to blaze through these guys. So a friend of mine named Christian Benner, he is a clothing designer in New York City. He makes leather jackets. He's made leather jackets for custom leather jackets for Slash, Axl Rose, Steven Tyler, Lil Jon. Like, all these guys are always coming in his shop. He's good friends with all these rock stars. And he recently was, I don't know if he made a jacket for Jack White or something. But anyways, Jack White sent him this Consolers of the Lonely. This is the Raconteurs Consolers of the Lonely limited edition on this incredible gold vinyl. Look at that. I don't know if you can see how cool it looks. But these are kind of limited edition. They're hard to find now. But Jack White sent him that as a gift. And he was talking to me about it. And he'd asked me if I ever heard it. And I have like a long backstory about this record in my collection. I bought it at a really hard time. And it just, I loved it. I listened to it all the time. And then when I purchased everything and sold everything, that copy got gone. And I told him that. And he's like, man, that's awesome. And hopefully you can find it again, blah, blah, blah. And then he ended up mailing me this one. So really, really generous of him. These are expensive and tough to find. So I love that album. I don't love everything Jack White's done, but that album is killer. It's really good. Recently got this, The Leaves, Hey Joe. I actually preferred this version of Hey Joe to Jimi Hendrix version, probably. Mirror Records, it's a really great garage record all around. The whole album's really good. The title track, Hey Joe's, is awesome. Recently got this, Pato. This is like a, it's got this weird, Unipack. I think it's, yeah, I hate those. But on Vertigo, this is a U.S. press. This is a really good, like, jazz-infused hard rock, psychedelic rock stuff. I've been looking for this for a really long time, and a friend of mine that buys and sells records, it popped up, and he let me get first dibs at it, so I was excited to get that. Anything on Vertigo, y'all know me, I'm a sucker. Fuchsia, this is a really good Psych. This is a reissue. The originals are ridiculous money. Good Psych rock band, a little tinge of prog in there. It's called Fuchsia, really good. This is one, been looking for this for a long time, and a lot of people have been talking about this album in the VC, and I'll try to be brief, but this is Churchill's, this is their self-titled, this is a Israeli psych band from 1968. This is a 1987 German pressing. Killer's audiophile quality is what it says. Only 500 copies made. This is just a killer record. It's got players from Canada, the UK, and Israel, and it's just a smoking hot psychedelic record. This is a great record. If you're going to look for a psych record, if you're looking for something new to listen to, if you haven't heard of Church Hills, it's phenomenal. I've been looking for copies for a long time. Reissues are even really expensive. The originals are like $5,000, $4,000, something like that. But this I got for really cheap. Got lucky on it, and yeah, this is one I've been looking for a long time. This one right here, guys. I don't know how to pronounce this, so don't get mad at me. But I was thinking it's called Zior, and if it's pronounced like Zion, it's Zior, or it might be Zior, or whatever you want to call it, Zior, Zior, whatever. This is a killer, fuzzy psych masterpiece. I love this record. It's the originals are another one of those. It's not quite $5,000. It's $500 probably, but just really, really hard to find. And this is, if you like that heavy hard rock fuzz psychedelic stuff, this is an incredible record. I've been looking for it for a long, long time. Even a reissue, even reissues are really hard to find. So this one was a good addition. Excited about. Oh my gosh, this one. Whew, whew. All right, I showed this in one of my live videos, but I'll show it again because I haven't showed it on one of my finds videos. This is an incredible psych album called Arzachel. If you know, Steve Hillage plays guitar for Gong. He played in this, so it was a lineup of really good psych band. Gosh, what was their original name? Uriel was their original name. And they kind of toured around playing blues covers and psychedelic covers and stuff like that in bars and pubs and stuff. And then Steve Hillage and somebody else left the band. So they went to form a band called Egg. And then they got signed to Decca Records. Decca, I don't know, they're working out their material for Egg. And then this business decided it would be a good investment opportunity to bring them along and make a psychedelic record because Psych was on fire at the time and really successful. And so they come and they grab Steve Hillage and they're like, hey, just for this one project, come play on this record. Steve Hillage comes and they reunite Uriel, but they don't want to call it Uriel because they don't want Decca to find out about it. They obviously don't want to call it Egg because they don't want Decca to find out about it. So they just go under pseudonyms. All their names are made up. And even they don't even have their real names on here. They have made up names, and they named the band Arzachel after a crater in the moon. Anyways, so that's the long story about this band. This is an original Spanish pressing on Zell Records. That's the label, and this is phenomenal. I mean, if I had to say one of it's definitely in my top 10 psych records, maybe in my top 5. It's just from start to finish, just mind-blowing. This is a great psych record. Arzachel, Arzachel. That's how you say it right there. I mean, look at that cover. You know you're going on a trip. But you better pack a bag if you put this on because you're going on a trip. I'm just going to say. Oh, man. I crack myself up sometimes. Anyways, so that's a real good find for me. Next one here is Darius. This is another one of those that if you get an original, they're ridiculous money, but this is a reissue. Phenomenal. It kind of looks pretty lame because this guy looks like a complete joke, but really good vocals, really good fuzz guitar, great psych record. I'm trying to blaze through these, or I would talk more about each individual one, but found a guy, he had some of these sealed. This is Neil Merriweather Kryptonite. I've been looking for this for a while. This is space rock killer. Neil Merriweather is a phenomenal guitar player. Anyways, killer space rock, amazing guitar solos, really killer guitar work on that. So that's Neil Merriweather Kryptonite, and then he also had this one sealed, which I've opened and been listening to him by now. Space Rangers by Neil Merriweather. Trying to get all the Neil Merriweather stuff. The guy is he's a wizard. of the guitar. Incredible. And then here is, I've been looking for this forever. I know this is kind of an essential proggy Psych record, Caravan in the Land of Grey and Pink. This record's great. It's amazing. I love it with all my heart. Really good stuff. We've probably seen that one before, so I won't go too deep into it. Oh gosh. This up here. Finally got one of these. Been looking for one of these for a really long time for a good price. This is Disraeli Gears. I don't know, you're thinking, oh, Disraeli Gears, whatever. This is an original UK on Reaction. Originally released on Reaction. It's original stereo pressing from the UK. You know what it's like. You know, they got different labels here and there, and you got to keep up with all that stuff. But I've been wanting one since. I like to get. Ideally, I would have a record from every band have a record from their homeland. Like if they're a UK band like Led Zeppelin, I'd want UK press, whatever. But that's kind of stupid sometimes. Free Up, the surprise package. This is a really, really good Psych album. I've been looking for it for a long time. Really, I mean, it's palatable. You know, it's not too crazy, not too far out there, but it's deep Psych, pretty good stuff. This one, killer hard rock. Now, I had an original U.S. pressing on Cotillion, but this is a, wait for it, Vertigo press. This is a German Vertigo. And a little key to shopping the Vertigo label, if you want to get a good sounding, great Vertigo pressing for not paying the UK price, get a German copy. The German copies, in my opinion, are just as good. They're not worth as much, they don't cost as much, but the German copies on Vertigo are usually a lot cheaper, and they still are so freaking cool. So this is Freedom through the years. This is hard rock, heavy guitar work. It's just right in my sweet spot. You guys know what I like, that kind of stuff, but this is one of my favorite records too. It's killer, and I'm glad I can finally get one on Vertigo. I'm not going to talk much about this. This is Sonny Bono's attempt at Psych. I've never heard this, but I've heard about it, and so I picked it up. I've got every original Soundgarden record except for this one, and I just got it. This is a promo copy of Down on the Upside. Had a really bad experience. Found one on eBay. Got it. It was terribly warped. Just horribly warped. And so I sent it back and was finally able to get this one. Never seen a promo copy of it like that, but this is really cool. First pressing on vinyl. This is a reissue. This is Samanda. That's what I call the band. Promise Heights. Really, really great Afrobeat funk, I guess you'd call it. Samanda has their self-titled record, which is their best one. I love it. But I'm going to try to track this one down. And then also this one is second time around. Really great. I mean, killer beats and breaks on this stuff, man. I mean, these incredible soul, funky, Afrobeat type stuff. During my purge, I had a really good copy of this and sold it. This is a Pink Floyd World Tour. I think it's 87 World Tour. That's a 3 LP. And check out the color vinyl on this. Just beautiful pink vinyl. I had a copy, and they go for like really high prices. I got a good bit out of my copy. And then this one just popped up one night on eBay for really, really cheap. And I couldn't even believe it. And I bought it, and I actually thought it was going to be on black vinyl, and it was on pink. I was like, whoop. Jeff Buckley, Grace. This is a masterpiece. Absolutely love it. This album's killer. Been wanting this for a long time. This is a reissue. I got it for really cheap. I think I got it for $10. And really great record. It's got his legendary cover of Hallelujah by Leonard Cohen. There's a long story behind that song and why it's so cool. I'm not going to go into it. But, anyways, it's too nerdy. I'm not going to go into it. No, I am. So this is Jeff Buckley. His version of Hallelujah is it kind of had a lot of people really like his and prefer his over Leonard Cohen. Leonard Cohen wrote the song. It took him like 15 years to write this song, And his song is very, very different. A lot of people don't like his version. I love his version. I love this version, whatever. And then, so Jeff Buckley was at his aunt's house or something. Don't quote me on that. But he was at somebody's house, and they had this really rare album. It was a cover. It was an album with cover songs of Leonard Cohen, and John Cale redid Hallelujah. And so John Cale's version is in the middle of, like, Leonard Cohen's is over here, John Cale's is right here, and then Jeff Buckley took it a little bit farther, so it's just right in the middle between those two. Jeff Buckley heard it, and he's like, man, there's something really good there. And he kind of worked with it, and came up with his own version, but he's inspired by that version. It's a really rare compilation of Leonard Cohen covers. I think it's called I'm Your Man. That's what it's called. That's Leonard Cohen's song. But anyways, that's a really cool, nerdy fact. Anyways, Ellen McElwain. Ernest is a guy that watches my videos. Sometimes he sends me really cool records. So this is VCLT. But Ellen McElwain, I've talked about her. I know that's not how you spell her name, or that's not how you pronounce her name, but I don't care. I can't remember. She was with that band. Oh my gosh, I'm blanking so hard. Fear Itself. Really good, killer. She's a great blues guitar player, great singer as well. It'd be like if Janis Joplin could play guitar really well. And she is phenomenal. So she came out with a few solo LPs. He found one and sent it to me like a month ago. And then he was in a shop and found this one for cheap and decided to send it to me. So thank you so much, man, for that. This is music from Lil Brown. This is like spunk and soul covers of popular rock and roll songs. Really kind of a cool thing, but this is obviously a playoff of music from Big Pink by the band. I got this one, Roger Waters and Ron Geeson, The Body, music from The Body. So this is a really weird record. There's lots of farts on this record. There's just a couple farts on this record. But anyways, I think it's the only record I know that has farts on it. If you guys think of any more records that have farts on it, please let me know. But it had Roger Waters, so I've been wanting to get it. I actually had never heard it, so I got it, and that's that. So that's my vinyl finds. I'm going to blaze really quick through. I had to pop up, and these are some of the trade-ins that I'm keeping. So Steve Earle, Guitar Town, been trying to find this. I've had it 1,000 times, but as I'm getting more into Steve Earle, I wanted to get that. This is really good audiophile pressing of Mingus. Love me some jazz, love me some Mingus. Y'all don't make fun of me. This is Nelly, Country Grammar. I'm keeping this because when I was young, really young, before I got into good music, I was into really bad music, like just trash. Well, which is this. This is not great music, and don't hang me for that. But when I hear this record, it just brings me back to when I was a kid, and it's so funny to listen to. And I get down to it. I gotta be honest. I hope my wife wasn't looking out here a minute ago, because I was cutting a rug. I don't dance, but when this comes on, you gotta get that country grammar on. Really good stuff. This is Tupac Shakur, Tupacalypse Now. I really like that album. I don't like a lot of rap, but I got some good hip hop stuff in. This is ODB, Return from the 36 Chambers. This is another one that when I hear it, it brings me back. I love it. This is a really cool edition of it with like his driver's license, like it's an actual one. Almost done. So this is a 3LP version of Live by Marley Live. I have not gotten into this, but I listened to it yet. I have obviously had the regular issue of Bob Marley Live, but I haven't listened to this. And this is the one I was most excited about. Dang, it's killer. I like this version of this. I already have this bootleg, but I'm probably going to keep this one too. This is Pink Floyd, Oh My Yard. Oh My Yard is it's a place. It's not, it sounds like they're trying to say, oh my God, but that's not what it is. It's actually a place. Anyway, so this is a really cool bootleg. The colored vinyl, trademark quality stuff from this era is really sought after and hard to find. So somebody brought this in a trade, and I traded them some stuff for it. So anyways, that's the end of my video, guys. Oh, no, it's not. I got this too. This is John Coltrane, New Directions, 1963. This is a 5 LP set I have John Coltrane stuff from '63 that I think was previously unreleased. Not 100% sure. Haven't gotten into this to listen to it. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry, I know it's probably running on a really long one. I had a lot of stuff to show, and I'm just kind of behind on that stuff. So anyways, also really quick plug. I did a really great interview with Micah Nelson, Willie Nelson's son. Oh my gosh, it was so good. But I got to interview him for my podcast, Biography. I'll put the link to my podcast in the description of this video. Check that out. Subscribe. I really want to keep this podcast going and get a lot of people into it. So subscribe to that. There's social media links down there. Follow me. Reach out to me. Leave comments. Love hearing from you guys. And thank you for watching.